Hey, this is Mark, the human calculator of the Jack and Mark Show. You can find the Jack and Mark Show on both iTunes and YouTube. Just go to either platform, look for the Jack and Mark Show. You can also find us on CKMS Radio, Radio Waterloo 102.7 on the FM dial. We play a comedy show Tuesdays 8 to 8:30, as well as a music show, Midnight Blues, Sunday midnight to 12:30 Monday morning. I am continuing with my long paused project to rank the songs on different albums. So I take an album, rank all the songs, talk a little bit about each song. I'm going to be honest. Some of the information I get, I just pick up straight out of Wikipedia. Talk about my own feelings about the song. This is a request from Hannah Badshaw. Might be someone I know in disguise. In any event, I'm going to be doing Black Sabbath. Now, I was never a big Black Sabbath fan. I found their music a little bit too, it was heavy, but too slow for my liking. I kind of like fast-paced heavy metal or rock and roll music, or even other types of music that are fast-paced. Of course, I do like slow blues as well. That's more guitar-oriented. So I'm going to do Black Sabbath, their eponymous album released in 1970. Listening to it, I know why I was never really a fan. It doesn't do a heck of a lot for me. The strength of the album is largely Ozzy's voice. Black Sabbath has done at least a couple of songs, which are protest songs. War Pigs, it was an anti-war song. And Iron Man, don't really remember what it's about. It's another protest song, though, I do know that. This album includes Wicked World, a protest song. Wicked World was not included on the original release of the album. It was included in a re-release. So I'll be ranking Wicked World amongst the now 8 songs on the album. Many of the songs, or almost all of the songs, with perhaps the exception of Evil Woman, have a fairly simple melody, a little bit too simple for me. That kind of plods on and on and on. There's no reason why the songs are the length they are. You could cut them in half and you wouldn't lose anything. So overall, I gave this album 2 out of 5 stars. So I'll be ranking them in reverse order from worst to best. So we'll start off with the 8th best song, Behind the Wall of Sleep, track 3, about 3 minutes 35 seconds. Heavier song, similar to the tracks 1 and 2. Sounds a little bit like The Who. It's a song about death, which is The Wall of Sleep. Quote from the song is, "Words that go read no tomorrow." I may have done a typo on that. That doesn't make any sense. But anyways, he seems to be talking about a remorseful death followed by an awakening. And when I looked up the lyrics online, Osborne breaks the fourth wall by complaining to Butler that he can't hear him. I was listening for those lyrics and my version could not find them. The 7th best song, N.I.B, track 4, 6 minutes and 7 seconds in length, written by Geezer Butler. N.I.B is a reference to Bill Ward's goatee, which looked like the nib, N.I.B, of a pan. He put in the points between the N and the I and between the I and the B, and it created a little bit of controversy. It's like Kiss, Night in Satan's Service. People thought it was Nativity in Black, all kinds of occult-based things. Butler was a fan of the occult. He painted, when he was first with the band, painted his room black, put in some inverted crosses. Intro to the song is a bass riff. The main riff sounds a little bit like Sunshine of Your Love. Parts of the song open up with a brighter feel, and this, along with Osborne's voice, save the song from being the number 8th or the worst song. In my opinion, everything here is my opinion on the album. You get the feeling, especially from this song, but from the album in general, that these guys really hadn't learned to play their instruments that well. Everything is slow. It's really hard to rate the songs on this album because they're all kind of the same. Presumably in later albums, and I'm not saying they were poor musicians, definitely they weren't, but the songs lend themselves to a lower lower skilled musicians. Anybody could play a lot of these songs. N.I.B is about a devil's captive lover. Now I have you under my power. Our love grows stronger with every hour. I love that rhyme. This song is listed as number 6 on the reader's poll of the greatest Black Sabbath song. The lyricist, Geezer Butler, says it's about the devil falling in love and becoming a good person. Number 6, Evil Woman, track 5, 3 minutes 25 seconds. It's a bit of a shuffle, fairly simple rhythm. It's a cover of a song by a band called Crow. It's not the same Evil Woman as done by Electric Light Orchestra, completely different song. And the best of the worst, the best of the top of the bottom half, the 5th best song, Sleeping Village, track 6, 3 minutes 46 seconds long. Opens with a mouth harp. That's that instrument that gives you that boing boing sound they would use in cartoons. Again, slow, heavy rock. All the songs are like that. Song's not really about much lyrically. It's only got one verse, and then the rest of the song, maybe 3 minutes and 15 seconds, is an instrumental. Good guitar solo, distorted. Okay, now we're into the worst of the best. This is the worst song of the top 4. This is The Wizard, track 2, 4 minutes 27 seconds long. Very similar to the song Black Sabbath. The intro is a great, and this is probably why it's so high, a great bluesy harmonica with some great solo fills by Tommy Iommi. Probably many of you do know this, but he was involved in some kind of industrial accident, and he lost the tips of some of his fingers, and he was a left-handed guitarist, so he put these little plastic prosthetics that he had made himself on the ends of his fingers. And he also tuned the guitar down half step or maybe a full step just so the strings were easier to bend. He owned he's left-handed, as I said before. He owned a right-handed Stratocaster, and he found someone who was right-handed who owned a left-handed Stratocaster, so they traded guitars. Number 3, Wicked World, track 8, 4 minutes 47 seconds long. It's a song about how the entire world is fighting and leaders don't react. A politician's job, they say, is very high, for he has to choose who's got to go and die. Maybe a bit of an anti-war song as well. The second best song, the title track, Black Sabbath, 6 minutes 27 seconds long. It's I've got it as track 2. It wasn't track 12. I've got it as track 12. I believe it was track 2. Opens with a chime. Ace Frehley in his album, I believe the album was Anomaly, he's got a song that opens with the same chime. It's got that famous, heavy, slow, half-note beat riff. The lyrics reference, I think, the cover of the album, and I read a little story about the album. The photograph of the album was taken in a very beautiful location. There's a woman, she was wearing a negligee. She was naked under the negligee, and they were trying to get some fog. Didn't work. I think they're trying to get some smoke. They did something artificial, and it looks kind of eerie. You look at modern pictures of the place and the album cover, and they did a good job to set the tone of the album with that cover. The lyrics of Black Sabbath represent Figure in Black, which is the woman on the cover. I'm not crazy about Osbourne's scream. Whoa, no, it just seemed too overly dramatic for the feel I got for the song. It's saved by a time signature change about 5 minutes in. The song's only 6 minutes long, maybe 4 minutes in, but it's a little bit too late. Closing is quite good. And the number 1, the best of the best, from an album I didn't really like that much, from Black Sabbath's Black Sabbath. Song is Warning, track 7, 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Lots of reverb, haunting guitar, and if you know anything about me, I do like that haunting guitar sound. In fact, for this song and for this song only, the Ozzy Osbourne's voice seems to get in the way. The guitar is soloing in the background, and I might have said at the beginning, I found on this entire album the guitars were a little bit too subdued. Very 60s feel to the guitar. It's about a guy who loses a love, regrets ever having gotten together in the first place, and he had ignored the warning signs. And the solo at the end is quite good. So that's Black Sabbath's debut eponymous self-titled album, Black Sabbath, from 8 to 1. Let's quickly go again. So number 8, Behind the Wall. Number 7, N.I.B. Number 6, Evil Woman. Number 5, Sleeping Village. Number 4, The Wizard. Number 3, Wicked World. Number 2, Black Sabbath. And the number 1 song on Black Sabbath's Black Sabbath, Warning. Keep your eye on this channel for more albums coming up. I got a little bit of vacation soon, so I'll be able to put more in. Thanks for checking out. Please check out the Jack and Mark Show.